Hey everybody. Happy Taco Tuesday or Terrific Tuesday, whichever one it is for you. Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Laura Christensen and I am a designer with Chalk Couture. If you're watching this, you're watching the replay and you will see this little red live button. If you're watching live. If you don't see that, that means you are watching the replay. So thanks for popping in and crafting with me this fine March Tuesday evening. I am working with a transfer called Home Sweet Home, and I want to show you how awesome it is. So I'm going to turn my camera down, and you won't really see me, but you'll see my project. And please, if you have any comments or questions, please ask. If you're asking questions after the replay, I'll get a notification and I'll be able to answer your question. But when you do jump on, say hello so I know you're here. So here we go. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Just like that. All right. Okay. So what I have here is an 18 by 24 Grayson board. And we already have a project on it. But what's really unique about this is that our Chalk Couture boutique boards are reusable. So when I design my decor for different seasons, I'm able to use the same board and I don't have to store this board away. So this board right here that you see here, this is a Addison board, I believe it's called. I could be pronouncing it incorrectly, but these are boutique boards and they are magnetic. So if you are creative and you want to add some magnets to a project, these are amazing. And I have a bigger one coming. I should get it Friday and we will do a project on it next week. So with our Chalk Couture Grayson boards, they come in white, and this is an 18 by 24. We also do have smaller white ones that are 9 by 12s, and those come in the white, antique white, and then a black. They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So when you design, love your decor, and repeat on it, you are able to spray off your design because we're using a chalk-based paste, and it dries to a hard soluble solution. So I'm just spraying it and adding water, and this is how we get rid of our design so we can repeat on it. Isn't that cool? So I have my little bowl of water here, and I sprayed it, and now I'm just gonna wipe it off. Hey Jamie, how are you, girl? Are you good? Are you good? You go, girl. I try. I'm going. So when this chalk paste does dry, like I said, it dries to a hard finish. So you do have to scrub a little bit. Just a little. Hey, JJ. My daughter just got home from school. She's going to be sad to see that I pulled this off. That's all right, because that's the beauty of these boards. We design, love, and repeat on them. So yeah, it does take a little bit of elbow grease. I'm gonna grab some paper towels and wipe up some of the water that I got going on here already. Keep scrubbing away. I can't wait for you guys to see the transfer. Hey, Brenda. How are you, girl? I got a couple more people on here. I can't see ya, so say hi when you jump on. So scrub-a-dub-dub. And that spring design that was on here was so beautiful. And if you look at my previous video, you'll see that I use pretty much the same transfer. We just cut it down just a little bit. Say hi, Jay.
Hi. Oh God, that's a bad angle. You can see all my zits.
With these Grayson boards, you are able to display them. I know it's sad, isn't it?
You just ruined my beautiful creation.
I know, but that's the beauty of this. We can design, we can love it, and now we can repeat.
How beautiful is this color, you guys? Oh, I love that. Sorry. Very rough.
No, it's good. So then we just wipe with paper towel. Get all the paste off. Hey, Julie. How are you? I love seeing your posts about your kids. So we're just taking off a project on one of our Grayson boards. I have a couple pieces that I need to get here. All right. Fabulous. So we just wipe it off with water. There we go. It's all clean. And then I always check to make sure I see the back. There's a sawtooth hanger here and a horizontal sawtooth hanger here. So we want to make sure that I have my sawtooth up on top so I don't do my project upside down. Hi, Samantha. Because I have done them upside down, and that's okay because we can just wash it off and redo it. We got me a scissors and that black marker. So then what I do is I just make sure my board is dry and at room temperature, or let it sit at room temperature so that when I go to put my transfer on. So this is what we're doing tonight. Hey, Christy. Home sweet home. So when our transfers come from Chalk Couture, they come with this hanging mechanism in them, and that way when I use them, I can wash them, clean them, let them dry, and then I can put them away to store them because they are reusable. I can get anywhere from 10 to 12 uses out of them. However, if you take really good care, of them, they last a long time. Hi, Donna. How are you? Christy, is all your snow melting up in Aberdeen? Is it just insanely and crazy insane up there? Well, we're getting flooded down here. Not where I live, but the the northeast side of Sioux Falls, right, Rob? Yeah. Okay, so then I just put this to the side. Northwest. Sorry, Northwest. I don't know my directions very well. And then Chalk Couture gives us these little lines right here so we can cut. We know exactly where to cut the transfer. So the top part says, there's no place like home, or you could do the sweet part as well. So tonight we are doing home sweet home, and I got this really beautiful new Liberty color that oh, it's just gonna make this blackboard pop, 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 pop. So after I get done cutting them apart, we are going to label the back so that when I go to wash this, I know exactly what backer sheet goes on it, and I know if I just write it, just write in sweet. That way I know exactly which way it goes on, and I don't get it backwards. So there's the sweet part. We're going to set that to the side. We're going to do the home part like this, like that. And then this one says, there's no place like home. I'm not going to use this one tonight, but this one would be super cute with there's no place like home underneath it, and then a pair of like ruby red slippers. Super stinking cute.
Ruby red.
Ruby red. Oh yeah, ruby red.
Nobody knows what ruby red is.
Everybody knows what Wizard of Oz is, silly.
Oh, that's where it's from?
Yeah. There's no place like home. Dorothy, she clicks her heels twice,
oh my
right?
Gosh, I did not know
click,
that.
click, no, 3 times. She clicks her heels. Hey, Tracy. Your snow is melting slowly. Awesome. Okay, so when we're working with bigger transfers, I have found that, let me just tip this up a little bit. I have found that when I take these off the backer sheet, you can do two things. You can face it down this way, pull it off. You don't want to get your transfers stuck together. Sometimes they do get stuck together, and that's okay. You just put them in a bath of cool water. But I am just going to show you what I do. So I just grab the corner of my transfer so you can see me. And then place it right on my towel. And this step is called fuzzing. Fuzzing, fuzzing. You guys, I'm doing a live. Rob and Aurora are arguing about how much to feed the puppy dog. So then we fuzz it. And the reason why we're fuzzing is because it's creating a barrier between the transfer and your surface. And it's protecting the transfer so that when you pull it up, it pulls up really nice. Because they're very sticky, which is awesome because that's what helps me reuse them several times over. So I'm going to fuzz this 3 times. So when I say silkscreen transfer, a lot of people will mistake them for stencils. And these are not stencils because if you look right here, you'll see it's a screen. And this screen is really rustic. And wherever you see the green, that's where my chalk paste will not go through. And it's going to be so cool. So let's get this baby started. Hey, Amanda, how are you? Okay, so I'm going to do a home on top, a home on the bottom. Oop, I want to fuzz this one more time.
Talk about like...
Because I want it really not super sticky.
So like sometimes on your transfers,
Yes.
they look like you missed a piece or two. And the transfers are actually designed to look like what? Not authentic, but like rustic almost, right?
Yeah. Did you just hear what I said?
No, I was watching.
Robbie's coaching me. I just showed them the screen.
Oh, I know, that's what I see. Yeah. I don't think you missed this one, right? Yes,
Yeah.
I did hear that.
Yes. So, if you were to make a mistake, which happens to me all the time, you just wash it off with water. That's amazing. How can you tell that it's still sticky? Because I put it down on my board, Samantha, and it pulled when I went to pull it because I wanted to move it around on my board. It pulled up a little bit. I'll show you. So I'm going to turn my camera down just a little bit so you guys can get more of an angle. You won't see me. So when I went to pull it up like this, it really was sticking hard. So I am an eyeballer. I just kind of eyeball my projects. A lot of people like to measure. I was at a sip and chalk last night, and these sweet little ladies were measuring. And I'm like, oh my gosh, just eyeball it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but that's just me. So I laid the transfer down. I'm going to take my finger, and I'm just going to push it over the screen, and I'm just going to make sure that the screen is adhered to the surface so that I don't have any air bubbles, because we don't want air bubbles so that when I apply the paste does not bleed. And it has happened, but more so it doesn't happen. That's why you just want to make sure that there's no bubbles. And so see, this is pretty lifted up nice and easy. That way when I go, oops, this is lifted up nice and easy. So when I go to pull it off, it's super easy. So we are ready. So I want to do this blue color. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's called Liberty. It reminds me of the 4th of July. And it's brand spanking new. So I'll teach you how to open the lids. I just take a little paring knife like this, and I pull it across the top like that. Just like that. And then I pull. Voila. Super easy. Then since these are natural products, there's a lot of different pigments in there. Absolutely, Samantha. Hi, Heidi. So we want to get that all stirred up. And it sounds like Rice Krispies. And what this is doing is it's going to just give me an even color all the way through when I dip my little squeegee in there. Isn't that groovy? Groovy, groovy, groovy. And then, once I get it all mixed up, so like you want it to be a sour cream, yogurt consistency. Just like that. So if those bottom, if these bottom, what do you call it, messages on here are bugging you guys, swipe to the right and then you can see the whole project. Excuse me. Hello, Marie. How are you, girl? So I am just going to take my squeegee and I'm going to apply my paste to the top of my screen. And there we go. So when you're working with Chalk Couture chalk paste, you don't want to apply it too heavy, but you want to make sure that you have enough paste to pull down your project easily. I'm just going to take a squeegee and I am going to pull it down over my screens. Very nice and easy. Just slow, swoopy motions. Slow and swoopy. Ooh, that's a new word. Right, Rob? Mm-hmm. I got Big Sexy over here working behind the scenes for me. So, just like this, it's all covered. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my excess, put it back in a jar. This is where less is more, where you don't use a lot of paste. So I am just going to squeegee off all my excess. Look at all that. Back into the jar. So when you're working with paste, you want to work quickly so that your paste does not dry in your screen, which has happened, but it's an easy fix, or you just wipe it off and redo it. So that's what it's going to look like. I'm going to be able to see all my screen. So now I'm just going to pull my transfer off for a peel and reveal. Whoop, whoop. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Let me just set this to the side so I can lift it up for you guys. Look at that color. Okay, so now you see how I dribbled, if you will, on my board. All we do is take a wet paper towel and wipe it up. Just like that. Nice and simple. Isn't that cool? I love that color. Okay, so I'm going to cover my chalk paste because I'm going to hit this with some warm air to dry it because I'm going to do some layers. And you will literally see your paste dry. It just takes seconds. Nice and dry. Isn't that cool? Okay, so I'm going to do something a little different tonight. I'm not going to wash this right away. I am going to use it again. So I am going to put the home kind of to the right side of my board. Just like that. And let's see, what am I going to do? I'm going to use my finger. Now hopefully I squeegeed firm enough to get all of my paste out. But we will see. So this is going, you guys are doing this with me for the first time. So I am just using my fingers to push my screen down so there's no air bubbles. Just like that. And again, the same thing. Oops. I'm going to use my squeegee and apply my paste to the top. And then I'm just gonna pull it down, push it into the screen. Nice and easy. Isn't that super cool? You guys, for those of you that aren't from where I'm at, it's gonna be 70 degrees tomorrow. Where do you get the boards? I order my boards from Chalk Couture. Just because I love the quality and they can be reused over and over and over again. The quality is amazing, the price is amazing, and I'm not spending a ton of money or storing a ton of boards everywhere. Yep, you can just order them right off my site, Christy. They're so awesome. If you guys ever have any questions about anything, seriously, feel free to message me. I love this stuff. Love it, love it, love it. And I love helping people. Not only that, you guys help me because then I get ideas on how to craft. So I have this all squeegeed off. Just like this. And now we're going to peel and review. See how sticky that is still after reusing it just once? Oh yeah. Sweet. And then I'm going to put it in my bath of water right here. And I'll wash it and I'll show you guys how to do that. Super cute, and I'll hold it up for you. Look at that. So I use that transfer twice without washing it in between, and that turned out perfect. You will see like this is blue and black. That's actually part of the transfer, so it makes it look really rustic. Okay, so I try to clean as I go, squeegee off any excess paste, put it back in my jar. I'm gonna hit this bottom one with some heat just to dry it so that when I go to layer it, I don't smush it. Oh, there goes my light. Alright, so this hand has ink on it. Yep, it's dry. Okay, then I'm going to take my next part, and that's the sweet part right here. Isn't that cute? I love that writing. I labeled it on the back. I'm going to pull it from my carrier sheet and place it right onto my towel and pull it off. Isn't that groovy? Nice and smooth. Believe me when I say nice and smooth, because it works out awesome. And then pull it off, fuzz it again, and like I said, what this is doing is it's creating a barrier of fuzz from the towel to the transfer, protecting the transfer, and also protecting the board. When you're working with these transfers, you guys, you can use them on any type of fabric, surface, anything. You just want to make sure that you fuzz them really good if they're not a Chalk Couture surface, because when you pull them off, we don't want them to stretch, we don't want them to peel. And that's just something that I've learned with working with them. Okay. So I am going to take my sweet and I'm just going to kind of place it right in the middle. And again, I laid it down, and then now I'm just going to rub over the screen part of it so there's no air bubbles. Just like that. I'm going to take some bright white. Hey, Melissa. How are you, girl? I use this on Sunday, so it's around the rim. It's a little crusty. Then I'm going to take one of my big multi-tools, and again, I just want to get this all stirred up. This is a really large, I don't know what this is called, an economy bright white. So we have a 3 ounce, and then we have, I'm not sure what this is. Hey Dawn, how are you, girl? And then we just stir it all up. This multi-tool is pretty cool because you can stir it all up and then you can just go ahead and apply it right to your transfer. You don't have to squeegee it all off. But I just like to get all the ink off, or excuse me, all the paste off. We do have ink that's more for like fabric. If you're making like shirts for little guys or onesies for babies. That's why I say ink, because the ink is more permanent. Then you can press it into your clothing and it won't wash off after you iron it. Okay, so I'm just gonna take another squeegee and I'm going to just gently drag it over my screen, pushing it in. I need a little bit more. And then you can just get dippy with it. Isn't that funny? Oh, gal. Funny, funny, funny. So, looks good. It's all covered. And then I just squeeze. Oh, sorry, you guys. I got a phone call and it's connected to my iPad. I apologize. Squeegee it off. Put it back in the jar. Just like that. So if you guys know me, I love the 4th of July. So these colors are my jam. Jam, jam, jam. Okay. We're going to peel it up. So pretty. So you will notice that, here we go. So I pulled up a little bit of this blue paste, but that's okay because I can fix it. And I pulled up a little blue paste over here, but I'm going to show you guys how to fix it. And then I smudged it. See, I told you I'm messy. So let's heat it. I'm going to show you guys. This is good because it shows you how to make, fix your mistakes when you make them. So this home, wouldn't it be cute on a shirt with like a baseball and a bat in the middle? Oh my gosh, I would love that. It's that time of year. Okay, so that's gonna dry just a little bit. I'm gonna check out this part of my transfer that I got the white in. And I'm just gonna clean it off a little bit. Get the ink out of the silk screen. There. And the tea a little bit. So this is kind of like a quick fix, if you will. I'm just using a board eraser. All right, I'm gonna pick it up because it's sticky. Got my knife stuck to it. You guys are seeing me flub all over the place. Hey, Angie. Hey, Laura. Okay, so then I'm going to take just a little bit more water and I'm going to wipe off the back of my screen where I made my boo-boo. Just like that. And then I want to get it to dry a little bit. Let's see, I'm going to need another towel. Let me grab one. Okay. So this is kind of like a quick dry process. When I'm at some Sip and Chalks, I'm having some classes with the ladies and the men, and multiple people want to use the transfer. This is how I clean them and dry them really fast. So we're fuzzing it up really good again. And then, so again, check your boo-boos. Make sure it's dry. We are just going to lay the transfer right over where we already chalked. Just like that. And just only press down where your little boo-boos are. I'm going to take a smaller squeegee this time, just because I'm going to do only part of it. And I'm just going to go over the parts that I want. and squeegee it off. Push the paste into the screen. Just like that. And then we're going to peel and reveal it. Okay. All right. So there we go. Isn't that groovy? So that's how you... Hey, Angie. So that's how you fix your boo-boos. Isn't that awesome? I'm going to put that on my wall. I might add some little baseballs to it, maybe some ribbon. Thanks, Donna. So, thanks for tuning in with me tonight, you guys. If you are interested in making a project like that, I would love to help you. I do sip and chalks. I do fundraisers. I do, what else do I do, Robbie? I do it all. So if you ever see a vendor event in your area, let me know. I would love to come down there and share this chalk with everybody. I have done some sip and chalks at local bars and establishments that have food, and we sip on drinks and sit and laugh and craft together. If you guys would like my video, I would really appreciate it. If you'd share my video, I would really appreciate it, because this is my business page. If you know anybody that's a crafter or a woodworker, you could share this with them. Let them know that this would change a little bit of their projects and add a little zing to them. So I just love it. I love crafting. I love doing it all. So thanks for tuning in, and happy Taco Tuesday. We'll see you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.